Alright, welcome back to Unbound Chapters podcast. I'm Sandra.
I'm Isabel.
Today's video is going to be a review of Molly Doyle's Scream for Us. After reading, found out that it's a series, so this is, I guess, 0.5 of the story. A little novella, I guess. Halloween themed, of course. Yeah, it was very Halloween-like. Yeah. It wasn't... It was longer than other books, but it was still pretty short, like under 100 pages, of course. Yeah, what are your overall, what the story is about or something?
So it's about Quinn. She's a college student, which is a touchy like thing for some people to read because they're like, oh, it's too young. So, warning, if you don't like school worlds, this is probably not your kind of read.
But it's not even like, they don't really talk about college, like, too much.
Yeah,
Just mention that she's in college. So it's not like she's in school during, like, she's not like going to classes or anything while the story happens.
Yeah. I don't prefer school worlds, but because it's not in the school, like it's not about classes or anything like that, I enjoyed it. But she normally like stays home and reads romance books.
Yeah, I read that. She's like, yeah, smut. Yeah, she said it in the story.
And I don't remember why. Did she say why? She just decided to change up her style and...
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because it was Halloween. She's trying to, like,
in the first book.
Let me just do something.
Yeah, she decides to break out of her shell, go to a frat party. Not any party, a frat Halloween party. Which I've never personally been to one, but I've heard about them. And at least from where I come from, they can get really wild. And this one definitely did.
It got so wild.
So she goes, she gets to the door, she's like, I might just turn around. But then she runs into her sorority sister. And she's like, well, someone saw me, have to stay. And she like goes into the party, she was like, thank God for alcohol inside of social situations. Which I used to be that way in college too.
I never went to any parties in college.
I went to a few. Not as big as this one.
Yeah.
Mostly house parties, but yeah. So she drinks a lot of alcohol. She talks to like one person, and then
it was like a Joker guy, and I thought he was gonna be in the story.
I thought he was gonna be part of the story.
In my notes I wrote down, I was like, Joker at the punch bowl, and then he's gone. I was like, okay.
I thought he was gonna be one of the dudes, but now that I've read the story, it makes sense why he wasn't one of the dudes.
Yeah, he couldn't be one of the dudes.
No.
He could not handle.
Well, also, he's just not wearing a mask. Also, if you're not into, like, masked things, probably not the best read. I am into masked things, and it's been really popular on the internet lately, so once I realized that it was about masks, I got more excited about reading it.
Yeah, like, the only, like, part, of course it's a book, so obviously the people wearing underneath the mask are going to be, like, attractive, but I'm just, in my head, I'm like, what if they're not attractive, and they're just, this mask is giving someone, like, confidence, and then you, like, flirt with them, and then suddenly doing all these things, and then you see their face, and you're like, just kidding, but...
I had the same thought. It was, like, during one of the scenes, they were, like, you know, doing what they do, and I was like, imagine, like, you have this really great chemistry with someone, but then as soon as the mask comes off, you lose all attraction.
Yeah.
It's not like you can wear a mask, especially those kinds of masks, every single day.
24/7. Yeah,
anyway, so she's feeling a little bit tipsy. She decides to go dance, and while she's out there, some creep comes up and, like, starts grabbing on her. She's like, get off me, and he just goes harder.
Just doesn't listen, like, haha.
About to reach inside her clothes, and Ghostface. Ghostface comes and beats this boy to a pulp.
Yeah, beats the shit out of him.
Breaks his face, It's actually a little bit scary.
Very scary.
Because it wasn't real, I think I didn't find it that scaring, but if I saw that in person, I would be terrified.
I'm leaving the party.
Yeah. I would not stick around and have what comes next.
Yeah.
Come next. So she's standing there watching Ghostface beat up this creep, and then Michael Myers comes. Is it Michael Myers or was it Jason?
I think Jason came first.
Jason came up, and she's like, "Oh, I've always been so scared of Jason."
Now he's coming to save me, kind of.
Yeah, and Jason comes up and he's like, "It's okay, are you okay?" and all that stuff, and then he takes her upstairs to a quiet room so she can like decompress.
Ghostface took her upstairs.
Right.
Yeah, and then she said that they like looked at each other and was like a little nod.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, so they take her up to a room.
Before that, he punched another guy. Some cowboy came up and was like, "Dude, like, why are you doing that?" And he hit him too.
He was like,
"The guy got hit.
Chill out, leave him alone." Yeah, he has a lot of rage, that Ghostface. Then they take her upstairs, and Michael Myers comes into the room, and all of a sudden she's like, "You know what? It's Halloween. I've had alcohol. They're wearing masks. This is a one night only, boys. And let's live out my fantasies." So he takes if you don't know, the Ghostface costume is like a dress and the mask, but there's also like, it's also belted, even though it's a men's costume. So he took off the belt, wrapped it around her eyes, and starts showing her what his mouth can do. And she's enjoying it a lot. And then...
Yeah, she was talking about, like, he, like, ripped her fishnets, and she's like, "So glad I didn't wear underwear."
Yes.
Like,
yes.
That's... I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to wear underwear, but...
Same.
Yeah, she's just like, wow, this is how... She's like, this guy is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, what happened next? Oh, yeah, he took the blindfold off of her, and she realized that Michael and Jason did not leave the room. She's like, they stayed. He's like, this is about dark fantasies. In a dark fantasy, they would have stayed in the room. She's a little bit uncomfortable, but then she's like, yeah, that makes sense. And then a group of frat guys not breaks into, because they didn't lock the door, but like walk into the room. They're like, "Oh, we're next."
Yeah,
it's like, it was like a gangbang situation.
We called dibs.
And they're like, "No, sorry, this party's closed. Not accepting other members." And they were like, "This part really scared me because it happens and it's really gross." And he was like, "It's okay, we'll just find her later and have our own party," or something like that. And that's disgusting.
Pretty much hinting that, you know, we're gonna get her anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna find her later and force her. Yeah, but she had a rough night. That happened like so many times.
She had like a good night, and then also like a really...
For a girl that got
crazy.
No attention before, to like almost actually getting assaulted and almost getting assaulted. How many was it? 4 times? 5 times?
So many
times. So she tries to calm Ghostface down. Doesn't work. And he beats up this group of guys along with...
I know there was just like the leader maybe that he got like the most.
Yeah. He beats up like 2 or 3 of them, and then he like focuses his efforts on the leader. And the leader he takes out his Ghostface knife. Also, if you don't like knife play, don't read this. Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't the knife and the knife play. It was more knife situations than knife play. Knife play was like, wasn't as intense, I guess, as I was thinking it could have been. The knife play. The knife parts, that was a lot for me.
Yeah, he's holding into the leader's throat and he starts whispering something. I want to know what he said.
I want to know what he said too.
And he tells the rest of his cronies, "Hey, back off, let them go."
Yeah, like we're done here.
Yeah. And they go downstairs. She's like, "More alcohol now." And she runs into her high school.
Yeah, I think it's high school
bully.
Yeah, one of the high school bullies.
And the high school bully's being like you know how those mean people from school, they like grow up and they've changed. They have a heart of gold. Yeah. Really, they just have more to lose now.
Mm-hmm.
So they do the fake nice with the hidden.
Yeah, like, oh my god, how have you been? I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah.
You look great.
Yeah, and so she starts to have a panic attack. Well, she tells off this girl. Then she has a panic attack. And she's in the bathroom with Ghost. And
well, when she's talking to this girl and she's like, oh, like, you're here with someone or you're not here with someone or something like that. And then Ghostface is like, oh, she's here with us. And, like, these 3 big guys come. But she was just like, oh. Yeah. And then she went to the bathroom. Oh, she said something, like, condescending to the girl. It was like,
yeah, I don't remember what she said.
I don't remember what she said either, but it was, like, really funny. It was, like, kind of, like, subtly, not so subtly, like, jabbing at... Oh, she's like, wish I could say it was great to see you. Like, like, that kind of thing.
The girl was, like, I don't remember what the bully said. The bully said something, and she was like, well, I wish it was... Oh, it was the Jello shot.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
She wanted the blue... Was it blue raspberry?
Yeah,
blue she wanted the blue raspberry, but the bully got it first. And she was like, oh, I kind of really wanted that. And then...
Ghostface, yeah.
Was like, give it to her.
Give her that right now.
Give it to her. And she said, what? She said, they told you to give it to me. She's like, but you know what? I'm really okay. I'm fine. And she takes
I'm like more than fine right now.
She takes a cherry, shoots it, she goes, I wish I could say it was good to see you, but it wasn't. And then she walks away. And the girl's like, I've changed, really? And she's like, for you, I better hope so.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and then she goes into the bathroom and has her panic attack, and she's like, distract me.
Yeah, so then, like, more stuff happened. The amount of orgasms these people have in these books, like, over the course of, like, a few hours, I wish.
She got how many?
I don't know.
Room? Like 2, 3?
Yeah, I think the very first time she may have had, like, 2. And then, like, in the bathroom, she probably had 1 or 2.
Like, no more than 30 minutes later.
Yeah. She had another one.
1 for sure.
Yeah, oh, and the part that was, like, so cringy, like, he's asking her if she's on birth control. First of all, birth control doesn't mean you 100% will not get pregnant. So she was like, oh, I am on birth control, but I also recently just got tests. I'm clean. Are you clean? And then he just, like, gets rid of the condom.
Also, like, who's getting tested that often, especially if you're not having sex regularly?
Yeah. Yeah, but then...
She admitted she had not been having sex regularly in the beginning.
Yeah, then, like, he still just, like, got rid of the condom. I'm like, you can still put it on, dude. Like, it's A-okay. Still put it on.
You had it. Should have used it.
Yeah. Yeah, he just, like, has her in the bathroom, just bouncing her on him. Yeah. It was a lot in there.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was great. Yeah, that was great.
It was a good scene.
And it's just, like, the whole time, like, this is, like, part of the whole kind of story thing. Just, like, the directness. Not even, like, being dominating. Just, like, tell me what you want. Like, use your words. Like, that, I was like, yes. You know? So, that part I enjoyed. But it's just, like, yeah, just bouncing her there in the bathroom. And Ghostface, this author, she must have a preference between Ghostface and the other two, because Ghostface is the main homie.
That was on my notes too. This is definitely not a why choose, because she even mentioned twice, I believe, that Ghostface was her favorite. Ghostface is the one that she wanted to be with.
Yeah.
So I don't believe this is a why choose. Maybe later.
Yeah.
Because if you...
She didn't even need to choose. She just got all of them without even saying, like...
Yeah. And just because you do it with multiple people...
Yeah, it's not...
does not make it a why choose.
Yeah. I think, like, Ghostface had, like, the most encounters. Jason may have had, like, what, like, 2 or 3 or something, and then Michael was, like, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that changes, like, maybe her feelings and all that stuff change in the series. I would definitely read the next ones.
Yeah, me too.
But, yeah, so she definitely leans towards Ghostface. They have their scene in the bathroom, and then they decide they're going to try dancing again because it's gone so well the first 2 times.
Yeah.
And
but not them dancing, just her.
No, they sit on a wall.
She's just gonna
and watch her dance. Which, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
She knows they're just only staring at her. All these people in the room, and it's a college. I'm sure there's like some skimpy outfits that the girls are wearing, and they're just focused straight on this girl.
Yeah, and then another dude, of course, comes up to her. He's like, "Hey, baby, what's up?"
Yeah,
and
get out of here.
She's like, "Oh, I'm good, thanks, bye." And he grabs her by the wrist, and he's about to be forceful, but he doesn't get a chance before Ghostface gets there. And Ghostface beats him up.
Yeah.
Real good. Mm-hmm. And then he takes his knife and stabs it through his hand into the wall.
And twists.
And he's like stuck like this against the wall. And then he's like...
Okay.
But if I went to a party where someone already been beaten so bad the first time, I would have left. Why is this party still going?
Also, I was literally just about to say that. This group of people beat up one guy in front of everyone, punched the second guy in the face. The people upstairs in the frat, or like the frat dudes upstairs. First of all, why didn't anyone leave? Or second of all, why didn't anyone call the cops? They probably wouldn't call the cops. It's like a frat party. They don't want to like lose the vibe. But like, I'm leaving. And now
probably,
he
like, freshman
pulled out a knife and literally stabbed someone.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Party finished. Yeah, so that was... He got, like, really obsessed really quickly. And it was just, like, tunnel vision.
There's a reason.
Yeah, I know.
But we don't know the reason.
Yeah.
She gets...
Well, she said that he's been, like, watching her. And she was just thinking, like, the party.
Yeah. So he stabs this dude in the hand. He was like, next time it won't be this gentle.
Yeah.
So they leave and go to the boys' house.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
And they're at the house. They have a 2-way. One of them leaves. Was it Michael? Or was it Jason?
I don't know if he... No, it wasn't Jason, because Michael wasn't there a lot in the whole story. Like, he was there, but... Not mentioned. I don't think Michael left. I don't think he left. I just don't think he was present. He may have like went to a room or something.
I thought it said one of them went to the room or something.
Yeah, I think it was probably Michael because Michael was at the end. Yeah, I think it was Ghostface and Jason. But yeah, Ghostface again going to the house. He's gonna have her again, and then Jason's gonna get her. As Jason's getting her, Ghostface is gonna get her too. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, and then they see scars on her wrists. And she tells them about her bullies. And conveniently, they're all working at the same haunted house. He was just like, boys, let's go.
Yeah, but like, she just mentioned that the boys did the worst. I feel like girls would have done it worse than boys.
Yeah, I feel
And then she didn't mention that girl at all. She
Yeah.
just said like 3 other dudes' names.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, alright, fuck it up. Let's go to this haunted house. This whole next part, I did not like at all.
No.
I did not fuck with this whole next part.
No.
Like, everything was fine. I could handle the beating someone up, stabbing someone in the hand. I could handle that. That was fine. And then this haunted house thing. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna kill these people. You don't even know these people. You don't even know this girl.
You don't even know if they're the right people.
Yeah, like, yeah, I didn't like this part at all. Like, they told Quinn to like stay outside, and they're going to make sure like the last group is out, and then the workers are obviously still stuck inside the haunted house. Then they're gonna like block the exits so no one else can come in, and then go find these 3 dudes who apparently bullied her the worst about things. And he finds one of them and was like, "Oh, like, are you so and so?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, like what's up? Who are you?" And he was like, "You know Quinn?" He's like, "What?" And then, yeah, he kills him. Not nicely. Like, you know? He stabs the shit out of this guy. I did not like that part at all.
Well, at this point, we're at Ghost POV.
Yeah. So, yeah, they only changed one POV.
When he did it,
fine, but
he felt a little something in his down below.
Yeah, for killing.
Yeah, just the kill made him hard.
Yeah. Like, he just stabbed this guy over and over and over again until he was no longer alive. Then, the second guy, he stabs him in the back, right? He's trying to, like, run away, and he stabs him in the back, and then he just keeps stabbing him, and then the dude's still alive. He's, like, crawling away. He was, like, pretty much, like, laughing like a psycho, like, how are you still alive? Let me continue. And he just continues to stab him.
And then some random girl, which isn't even on the list, runs away. And who was it? Michael?
I think it was Jason.
Jason grabs a bat, chases her, comes back with a bloody bat.
Yeah, so obviously you can tell what happened to her. But then the last guy is, like, tied to some chair.
Yeah.
And then he kind of got it the easiest, I would say. I mean, it's still probably very scary, just, like, cut his throat. So he died pretty quickly. And then let's just catch the whole building on fire to get rid of all the evidence, maybe.
Well, and also to catch anyone that's hiding.
Yeah, to catch anyone else that's hiding or may have heard or secretly seen things. And then what does old Quinn do? Not listen to what she was told to do and comes inside. And then, yeah, she sees Ghostface and he's like, oh, what are you doing here? I told you to stay. And he's like, I need to fuck you right now. Like,
yeah, he's like, I got this death boner and it needs a place to go.
Covered in blood. She obviously must not see that whatsoever.
No, I think she said she's... Oh, no, it's still his POV.
We just know that's, like, his POV, and she just, like, takes her on the dirty ground.
Yeah, they're doing it, he's covered in blood, and then the fire just starts spreading into the room, and he was like, gotta finish first.
Yeah, so he's,
like,
both
choking.
Takes his mask off and puts it on her. Yeah, and just fucks her with the mask on. And then it's, like, getting to a point where it's becoming too much to be stuck inside of this burning building. And then he just runs out with her with his just dick hanging out of his pants. And then hop on their motorcycles again. And was like, you're going to ride with him, not with me. And the police are there, of course. That was a wild ride. So she like goes home with Michael. And Jason and Ghost are like running from the police. She's, like, worried, pacing the house.
And Michael hints that they have outrun the police before.
Yeah, so he was like, they're fine, they know what they're doing. So she just, like, paces, waiting for them to come back, and then... She does something with Michael when no one else is there, does she?
No.
It's only when someone else is there? Okay. Yeah, so some time goes by, and then finally, Ghost and Jason, like, come back. She just, like, runs to Ghost, like, it's her long-lost lover or something.
Yeah, and of course, they do stuff again. She sees the blood, she don't care. Yeah. And then he takes the knife that he just used.
Oh, yeah. Well, I forgot about that part. Yeah, as he's, like, having sex with her on the floor, he's, like, knife play, he's, like, cutting her, nicking her.
I don't like that.
Yeah, he's, like, just doing little small...
want to be cut up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be cut up either,
Not
especially
like,
having a history of cutting.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine, like, in the moment, it might feel like some kind of, like, not adrenaline, but some kind of added pleasure, maybe, like a quick little hint of pain, and then it goes away, because it's just, like, obviously not, like, really deep cuts. But you just killed someone with the knife, 2 people. Now you're nicking me with the knife.
And he also wiped their blood on her. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. But, yeah, so, yeah, Ghost leaves the room and she has fun with Michael and Jason. And then
she saves.
Yeah, she saves an orgasm. She doesn't do it for them, and then she goes and finds Ghost, and he's like taking a shower.
In the shower. And she's like, I saved this for you.
Yeah. And she just like sees all the blood getting washed off of his body, and he was like, "Look at me! Don't look at the water." And then
she's like, "Okay," and then they do it.
Yeah, and then they have sex again, and then what else happens?
They're in bed together, and
yeah, they're like sleeping.
She wakes up and she's like, "Oh, well, I made this deal. One night only. Now I wish I hadn't made this deal, but I gotta go," which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just
so stupid.
Just stay.
Anyways, so she goes out, and one of the boys, they don't have their mask on anymore, so I don't...
She said it was Jason.
Jason?
Yeah, they don't have
Jason's out there with coffee. He's like, "At least have a coffee before you go. He's gonna be really mad." And she learns that he has been watching her. The reason she thought she recognized him in the beginning is
she's seen him like many places.
He's been following her around, watching her everywhere: school, class, gym, grocery store.
Which is creepy.
Yeah.
So creepy.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, okay, bye."
Well, like, he can see me.
Yeah.
He can see me again later.
Yeah, so she goes to the library to read another romance book. She was like, "Now it's not fiction because I've done it."
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know how much time has passed. I don't think it's like the same day. Maybe it's like, I don't know.
No, it's the next day.
Is it
she
like
says
immediately like the next
night.
day?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have skipped that part.
Yeah, so when she's in the library, she's like, "I did it all last night, so it's not a fantasy anymore." And while she's reading her book, Ghost comes up. He goes, "You really thought you could just leave me like that? You can never leave me.
Yeah,
You're mine."
I literally told you were mine.
And then she looks at him. She's like, "I'm yours."
Yeah.
End of book.
Yeah, but also her like, I mean the book is Scream for Us. She does scream for them, like they say it in the book. But like, I don't know why, I hate the word daddy. And she screams, she's like, "Yes, daddy," and I was like, "No, daddy." Yeah. Like, ugh. Yeah, that was really funny. But yeah, the book just kind of like ended.
Which makes sense now that I know that it's a prequel to a series.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that she seemed to choose one over the others, especially because it was described as why choose.
Yeah.
But I did like the book. And
yeah.
I would probably go and read the rest of the series.
Yeah, I think I would too.
If they're gonna keep killing like that and then killing boners, maybe I would not finish the series, but just depends.
Yeah, you didn't have to kill him. Like, I get it, you're dressed up as, like, these killers. It's character. You don't gotta embody that you are them.
It was kind of insinuated they've done it before.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it's just their personality, which is, sure, fine, but not for me.
Yeah. So everything at the party, minus, like, beating up these people, all of that, fine, great. At the house, fine, great.
Yeah, the only part I didn't like, bless you, was the haunted house.
Yeah, I did not like that part. And then, okay, even, like, having sex on a dirty ground, cool, whatever. While there's a fire, exciting, I get it. But you just killed those
don't
people.
wipe their blood on me. Don't cut me with the same... Don't cut me at all, but don't cut me with the same knife that was just used to gut other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that part.
Take a shower first.
Either. Yeah.
But the rest of it, even the beating people up, like, it was brutal. But, like...
They didn't kill him. But that they beat up.
At the same time, like, if you do like it rougher, like, even just reading rough things, I see what they're getting at. So, I didn't hate that part too much, but I did hate the just killing everyone in a haunted house, whether they were responsible for what she did.
Yeah, and then she just, like, accepted it. Like, so quickly.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably explained in the other books that some sort of background or just hearing her inner dark thoughts would have helped me understand why she's so okay with it. But that does kind of happen in a lot of books where they're like, that shouldn't happen, but okay. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I probably would read the next one. I'm pretty sure the first book one is like called Bloodshed. But I would actually kind of like want other POVs from like Ghost again, and then Jason and like Michael. Like I want to know like a little bit more about them.
Yeah, I feel like in the next ones, because we did get a Ghost POV, that the others would have a POV too. I'd also just like to see how their relationship would develop outside a holiday situation.
Yeah.
Where they're like themselves in people clothes, because we only got that for like a split second before the book ended.
Yeah.
And just like, what would make it a why choose? Because again, she did like do stuff with all of them, but she said, and that I remember at least 2 times, that she only like really wanted to be with Ghost.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but like, don't call it a why choose if it's not a why choose. Because it was a little bit confusing, because I think even one time she was like, my men or something like that, or my boys or something.
And she's really just focused on Ghost. Yeah.
Which if that's what it is, and in the next books, like, they get their own girls, sure, cool. I've read books like that before, too.
I don't think they will get their own girls.
I don't think so, either.
I think it's like...
It makes me feel bad for those two, because she has such a clear bias towards Ghost.
Yeah, but also seems like he's the leader. So it's like, he should have the most, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get it.
I just like when I read a why choose that are the feelings are equal around. I don't want to have to feel sorry for one of them.
Yeah, like, I was feeling sorry for Michael. I was like, damn, it's like, Ghost is getting it all the time.
I was like, is he not gonna get anything?
Yeah, I was like, and then, okay, well, there's Jason, but it's also Ghost. And I was like, alright, well, here's Michael finally, but just one little bit, he doesn't even get to make her come. Like,
yeah, she saved it for Ghost.
Yeah, he's trying to clean, girl. Leave him alone. And you need to take a shower. How many times you've had all of their, like, cum in you? And multiple times you've been, like, eating out. Like, you need to take a shower. Running around, adrenaline on fire. Not on fire, but in a fire situation. What does she look like?
Dirty.
I mean, we only know that, like, Ghost took a shower. Because it just mentions that he does. I'm sure the other guys did later. Yeah, she was with Ghost. But I don't know if she took a shower. I think she maybe just had sex and then got out. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
She rinsed off something.
I guess that's true. Yeah, maybe she got a little bit clean. I don't know. Yeah. So that's your overall rating for the book?
Overall, I gave it a 4 because I took a point off for the whole haunted house thing.
I gave it a 3.
And then, overall I gave it a 3. And the scenes, I gave it 4.
I also gave 3. I did 3 and 3 this time.
4.
Yeah. The whole, like, choking or, like, breath play, like, that's fine with me. Even the knife play was, like, okay, but I just kept thinking, you just killed these people with this knife. So in my head, I was like, she just told you she was clean. Now you're going to give her something. So what if these boys ain't clean? So I was just, like, thinking like that.
I've read, like, mafia movies where they use knives and guns in that one, too, but it's never been, like, a knife or gun that they just used to kill somebody else. So it was a little bit different.
Yeah. I feel like, I think I gave it a 3 just because, like, the spice scenes, they were just average, I feel like, except for, the knife play. Obviously not everyone does knife play, but I feel like a lot of people do choking. Maybe not to the extent of possibly what could have been happening in the book that we didn't, like, fully read about. It just says that she, like, sees stars a little bit here and there, which I feel like a lot of people kind of do that. Maybe not a lot, but So I just feel like it was believable and average. So I wasn't like blown away by anything. The writing about it was not bad. I wasn't upset about it. Like, it was fine to keep reading about it. Yeah. So mine was just like a 3-3. Maybe in the next book there's like more longer kind of scene or more wordy kind of scene. So I was just like, yes, oh God, yes, yes. Like, just those things.
Yeah.
She said God so much. She's like, oh God. Yeah. I don't know. The next
Maybe
book is longer, but
yeah. I like the talk them through it kind of scenes. It didn't really happen a whole lot. I mean, he did praise.
Yeah, he had some praise.
But
yeah.
A little more.
But then, like, yeah, also at, like, one point, he makes her beg, and then later on in the story, he begs her.
Yeah.
He was just like, I didn't think you were gonna beg. But she did, and I liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably read another book by the author. I have to check some more.
I might read the rest of the series.
Yeah, I think the first book is the longest. I think there's maybe 4 books, like 2 big books and then like 2 novellas, like 0.5s. 0.5 and then like 1.5, I think. And then, yeah, I think the first book is the longest, so it's probably like all of the books totaled into one, but different story, obviously. That didn't come off how I wanted it to come off saying it, but yeah, I'll definitely check out. I don't know when I'll check out the next one, but I'll definitely, I think, read the next one. It's like a longer book, so it'll be like, I think we'll break it down. You think? Depending on how many chapters there are. We'll just do like 4 or 5 or 6, because the chapters weren't like terribly long in this one, but the story also wasn't that long.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, do you want to say goodbye? Tell them to like it?
No.
Okay, well, if you read this story or you want to tell your opinion about it, just leave a comment down below. And if you want us to read the next book, let us know that as well. Eventually, we probably will, but I can't tell you when.
So I guess if you want us to review it.
Yeah, if you want us to review the next book, just let us know, and we will definitely do that for you. Alright, I think this video is done. Bye!